Well, hello. It is Spiritual Saturday, and this is Patti Hall. I'm just getting things adjusted for the today's Spiritual Saturday. Woohoo! Anyway, I'm getting this adjusted just so I can do this a little bit differently today. I've moved some things around, and I'm not comfortable because I'm having to walk off this side of the thing to be able to see directly in the center. Anyway, um, if you're here, I'm going to wait just a second just to see if anybody else is going to join because I think I'm just a few minutes early and we'll go from there. So, but everything looks good. And for those of you that are early, you got to know that I'm Patti Hall with Get Balanced 2020. And a lot of what we do here at Get Balanced 2020 is, it looks like, yeah. What we do is on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, we have videos that I give out for free of education on nutrition, fitness, on the mind process, the thought process, and how to change your mind and all that kind of stuff. And basically, what we do with that information is we begin to form our brain to think in a different way, a more positive way, and that we can actually change our habits and our lifestyles as well as then put the nutrition and fitness together. On Mondays, we do Monday videos on Mindful Monday, Wednesdays, Nutrition Wednesday, Fridays, Fitness Friday, and Saturday is today my fun day. I love fun day. Fun day for me is Spiritual Saturday. So basically what we're going to do here today is wait just a few more minutes for people to come in. And also, too, the introductions are always long and sort of drawn out. So what I'd like you to do while you're waiting is go ahead and hit the share, the like, or subscribe button. I would really appreciate it because then that gets out to more people. I'm getting a lot of positive response, not only from my Facebook. I do have a Facebook for Get Balanced 2020. I'm actually going to be moving that to a commercial site because I want to be able to grow and reach out enough people. So please make sure that you like and share on Facebook because what happens when I transfer that to a commercial, it'll be likes, and then we can actually join more people on and help more people. That's the whole idea. So I do have a website, getbalance2020.com, and there what you'll find on the main page and the main site is all about the nutrition. Well, you won't find the nutrition there. What you'll do is you'll find all the scheduling of the videos that we have and what's coming up. So maybe you'll want to see something that resonates, maybe something that doesn't. So like we talk about protein one week, we talk about health rate another week and all those kind of things. And then fitness, we talk about what is good fitness, how hard you should be working, not working, the gym, outside the gym, and all that kind of stuff as well. And then on Mindful Monday, I already talked about that. So if you go to the Get Balanced 2020 website, you'll find that there's some archives. You can learn about myself. And there's a little button now there that I put in programs and appointments. If you click that and you want to know more about nutrition programs, fitness programs, or you want one-on-ones, click that button and it'll shoot you over to actually my personal page because I do life balance coaching and spiritual coaching. And that's about the end of the housekeeping. So make sure that you like, share, subscribe, anything so that we can help grow more people. I am a horsey person, as you can see. I have been into horses for a long time, since I was, I think, 9. And I even before 9, because I used to take money off my mom's dresser and go ride the horses. Can 50 cents buy me a ride? That's how much I'm into horses. But I actually do leather work. I do leather work for English, Western. I do anything. And I also used to do boat covers. If you go on my website, leatherladyllc.com, then you'll be able to find all that stuff there. Anyway, so let's get started. So what we're going to talk about today, and I'm going to try to bring this down just a little bit because I want to be able to back up just a little bit more. So hang on. As you can tell, I'm still new and learning at this. So today what we're going to talk about is memories. And why are memories so important to our spirit? Because we're talking about Spiritual Saturday. Why is this so important to our spirit and our energies and the vibrations that we put off and pull in? So one of the things is that we want to know what kind of memories our conscious has created or our subconscious, because we can draw those memories actually into our dreams. I'll talk about that later. But first, I want to talk about making sure that the memories that we have and we build and we grow is really important to our core and our self-being. So on my Facebook, I'm noticing there's a lot of people that have gone through abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, and I try to reach out to them and try to understand, the process that they're in, because there's different levels and things like that. So, but it's really important because those memories of abuse are really bad and keeps us in a really low vibration. It has a lot of effect on our energies, our psyche, and then that comes into play into our subconscious because of our dream habit. So whatever we dream. So the reason why I wanted to bring memories up, I actually had somebody on my Facebook, and they're off on a venture with their son right now. And he reminded me through his little quick video for himself that he was doing for his son that they were off on a road trip for their first time. How many times have you been on a road trip, or been on a road trip with a family, or even maybe taken a road trip by yourself? Well, there's a lot of memories in that first road trip, but there's also a lot of memories that we can make. Why are memories so important to us? I learned this back in 2010 because I was young, mom at that time. I can't even remember how old my daughter was. Trying to think. Anyway, I was actually working for Home Depot at the time, and I was a very struggling mom. Like a lot of people out there, struggling. It's hard. You can't, it's like, oh yeah, you have to have money to go on a vacation. You have to have money to make memories. You have to do that kind of stuff. And I was trying to uplift our situation because we've been homeless before. I've gone from homeless to being a business. And then I wanted to create a better life for my daughter and have good memories, because I don't have a ton of memories with my mom. And so I wanted her to have that experience. But at this time, when I was working at Home Depot, I was dead broke, really sort of dead broke. I was a student going through school. I had a little bit of money saved up, and we were able to secure a vacation to Disney World at that time. But the thing was, I went to a gentleman at Home Depot who was actually my trainer. And what had happened at that time is that I had talked to him and I said, you know what, I think I'm going to cancel my trip to Disney World. And he's like, you've been planning this for a while. Why would you do that? And I said, I can go on this trip. I can have a lot of fun. But when I come back, I got bills and rent's going to be due and I'm going to be broke. And that man, he actually was a man of God, faith, and he actually had said to me, young lady, let me tell you one thing in life, and I hope you remember this. And I said, okay, because I respected him. He had a lot of old wisdom. And he says, I want you to go on that trip, and I want you to do something for me. And I said, sure. And he says, I want you to make memories for that little girl. Just make memories. And lo and behold, we did that. And after we came back, I was nervous, scared, because I knew as a single mom, I got to pay my bills now. I got rent, I got this, I got that. It's something I probably shouldn't have done. But lo and behold, boom, 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 boom. The money was there. The bills were paid. The rent was paid, everything. So God worked for me in that instance because I was trying to create and do something positive for my daughter in that sense. It doesn't work that way all the time, but this is the story I wanted to share with you because years forward, I would see this same man in Home Depot every now and then, and I would go to him and say, I really appreciate you, Steve. I love you for all that you've done and helped me. And I said, do you remember the time that you told me this? And this happens to a lot of us that are actually spiritual people, is that we don't remember what we've told people. We don't remember what we've said because a lot of it is downloaded to us, or it's an instant that we hear something and we're to share it with you. We're the conduit, and then we don't remember because it's not for us. So I said, do you remember the time when you told me to make memories for my daughter? He says, I don't. And so we shared the story again, and both of us with little tears in our eyes. And lo and behold, Steve passed away, and that's the memory I have of him. What a good memory, right? So, what we put into our mind, what we give and share with others to put in their mind, will not only hit their conscious, but it hits their subconscious. So, when we want to make memories, we want to do them at the most high level that we can, which means you want to make them happy. You want to make them joyful. That's a high vibration. When we're talking about high vibrations, high energy, that is a positive thing. Unfortunately, there are some people that love to be destructive and destroying, and then we get the lower energies. But today we want to focus on the higher energies. And why do we want to do that? Because not only do we create those memories, we actually store those memories in our brain. And what happens where we store them, we can actually bring those memories up consciously, and we can also bring them up subconsciously into like, what are you talking about? Well, let me tell you. And because I can dream interpret, and I can, not all dreams, but I can interpret most dreams. And the reason why I can do that, I'm not looking at the conscious level, I'm looking at the subconscious level, where this information is coming from. And you can actually, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but you can actually control what you dream about and what you don't dream about. Not always, but there's meanings in dreams and why you're dreaming what you dream. So you want to keep those vibrations on a high level, because if you don't and you go into a dream state, you could actually bring in nightmares and terrors and all those kind of things, because the memories that we have are very low vibrations. It brings in all the shadow and dark, deep work that we need to do within ourselves. And that's for another topic. That's when we have to get deep, deep down inside to bring that out so that we can get rid of that low vibration, those low memories or those bad memories, and so that we can actually just put them and bury them and cover them up and put them to rest. And I don't mean keep them stuck. I mean bring them out, get rid of them, and let them go. We have to release them to let them go. So let's get back on track. So I'm looking at notes, by the way. So when we're looking at vibrations, and a lot of people are like, I don't understand vibrations. Well, I didn't either till about year and a half, 2 years ago. So and we talked about vibrations last week, or was it last week or the week before, in a live thing. So if you want to see that, go on YouTube. So what we want to talk about is memories in a positive state. Now, if you're watching this YouTube and it's on a recorded, you will have seen that there was a little thumbnail of the Lion King at Disney. Well, my daughter and I are not Disney freaks, but we do love Disney. And those were one of the things that we wanted to keep continuing, because it brings us joy, and it brings us, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm burping. Oh, pepperoni pizza. I had pepperoni pizza today. What we want to do is try to keep those positive memories. So you find a memory, find a place, and not so much a person. You might want to share something, a memory. Now, you can make memories by yourself. Go to the movies. Go take yourself out to dinner. But the thing is, if you want to create memories with somebody else, make sure that you're going in this memory making project with a high vibration. If you start your memory out, say you're taking a trip and all you're doing is fighting to get ready, fighting to get going, fighting, you're bringing that memory down to a low vibration even from the get-go. Why would you want to go on a low vibration get-go, really, in all that sense? So make sure when you're preparing for your memory that you're doing it with a positive, uplifting, high vibration. Yes, there is some stress in getting ready for a vacation, and memory doesn't have to be a vacation. So you want to so if you're a single mom, single parent, whatever your situation is, you're like, oh, well, yeah, that's easy to say. I don't have money. I don't make that kind of money to go somewhere. Let me tell you something. That's a dag burn excuse that I ever heard one. I have been broke. I have been homeless. I have been owning a business. And let me tell you a story about the time when I was actually homeless twice. And let me tell you how we made a bad situation, a low vibration, into a positive memory that my daughter at 24 still memorizes. And it's like, wow, do you remember that time? Do you remember that time? Yeah, we do. So if you are making excuses, knock it off. Oh, I hate excuses because I used to make them nonstop. Ideas. You need some ideas. Okay, so you don't have any money, you don't have a lot of income, or whatever your situation is. So let me give you an example from being homeless. There was a time we were homeless, actually from right between I was going from one shop to the other when I owned a business, and I was actually between homes, didn't have a place. We had to actually sleep in the shop. And there was an actual double-decker thing where we actually had to go and go upstairs, and it was like a loft. And so we slept up there. It was nice, cozy. The only thing it didn't have was a shower, which we took showers at the pool. There's ways to do things and make memories, make a bad situation into a good situation. Now, she was young. She was only like 4 at that time. So rather than make her think we're homeless, which I don't want my daughter to do or even feel, we made it an adventure. So I created the loft into like a jungle, and I said, we're having an adventure. We're going to be here for a couple of weeks, and then, we're going to go move to a new adventure. And lo and behold, my daughter still remembers that as a fun time because I made a memory out of something bad. So that low vibration turned up into a high vibration. Another time, going through a real hard time, I wasn't able to pay the electricity. I was either water, electricity, what do I do? One of those times of our lives. And we had the electricity shut off for a weekend. So at that point in time, I'm like, crap, what am I going to do? Well, luckily, it was a little bit towards summer or spring or where it stayed light a couple of times, later in the day. And so what I did was, we were so strapped and I was so stressed out, but I really was thinking about going to the beach. And I'm like, I just really love to go to the beach. And my daughter's like, yeah, me too. I would really like to just get away, Mom. I'm stressed. And I'm like, okay. So I knew we couldn't go to the beach. So what I did is I went to the store and I bought some clam chowder. I had some shells. I'm a scuba diver, so I had some shells. I collected some shells. I had some sand, and I had what else did we have? I can't even remember. But anyway, candles because it was getting dark. So we were sitting there at the dinner table with our soup and our clam chowder, and I'm like, we're doing a poor man's day at the beach. This is what we're doing. And so we made an ocean atmosphere. And my daughter says, wait a minute, Mom, wait a minute. And so she goes to her room, comes out with this little machine I didn't even know she had. And she clicks it on and she says, now we're at the beach. And there was a sound machine of waves. What a memory. Okay, so there is no excuse not to make a memory. It's our thought process when we talk about Mindful Monday, how to change that negative, that low vibration into a positive, uplifting vibration and energy. Okay, so don't make an excuse for not making a memory. You can take a walk with somebody. You can have a conversation with somebody. You can go to the mall and just walk around or just sit and people watch and make a memory. These are so important, especially for our children, because we're losing time with our children and time we can never, ever, ever, ever get back. This second is gone already, and that second ain't ever going to come back. So really, really important. Now, what that does to our energies when we're talking about making memories, what does that do? Now, I feel people's energies. So if I walk by somebody, I can actually feel their energies, especially, it drives me crazy because sometimes then I have to really bounce that energy off, is when they're in a low vibration, if they're in the dumps, if they're sad, and even if they're dying. I can feel sometimes when people are terminally ill, and I can tell that they're within a certain amount of time of passing. And those vibrations are really deep really dark and really heavy to carry. But there's another good side to those energies, but we want to lift them up. So when we're thinking about vacations and everything, for not even vacations, just making a memory for bringing up a low vibration, it's also bringing up our energies, our auras around us. They do have color. I don't see that our auras, but I do feel them, so I know their energies and they're there. So with that, we bring those energies up. Now, thinking of those, okay, we're talking about energies and making a memory. Okay, when we make those energies, hang on, I just had a bunch of downloads and I'm trying to process them. Let me think here. Okay, hold on. Now, see, somebody's trying to steal somebody's thunder. So, okay, so energies, we're getting back to that. So, law of attraction. Okay, we've all heard law of attraction. That is so real. That is so real, people, because the law of attraction is based off your energies and how you're outputting and inputting energies. How many times, especially being single, that you go out there? I mean, I've seen this on these dating sites. In fact, sometimes I go on there to catch scammers, right? Because that's part of what I used to do, and I still enjoy doing it, turning in scammers that really like to ruin people's lives. And I sit there and I looked at this one profile, and it was just negative, bashing. And then you want a date? How are you going to get a date with that kind of stuff? Very, very low vibrations. And when you get to know your vibrations and your energies and things like that, you'll be able to spot genuine people, honest people, people that really do have a care about what you're thinking and all that kind of stuff. And so those energies really are important to your memories of whatever you're building. Okay, so you have a positive energy, and then you want to attract law of attraction. So to make memories, you have to have a positive. Nobody wants to be around a negative Annie or a doopy downer, you know. Where did that come from? Doopy downer? Anyway, so you want to be able to build those for law of attraction, whether it's law of attraction of a person that you really are trying to catch, or is it law of attraction to push that person off? Is it a work? Your law of attraction at work is huge. Oh my gosh, the energies at your work. And you really can't make a lot of personal memories at work, but you can make some good memories, or there can be a lot of bad memories. Anyway, so law of attraction is really important when it comes to energies. And when we make those memories, this is where we actually want to make memories into connecting with the people that we want to prioritize and spend those memories and do those memories with. So I don't want to get into a lot of the heaviness of it, but for the people that are in abusive relationships, your energies are extremely low. Your vibrations are extremely low. And you have to and need to learn how to get those vibrations up. Because once you get those vibrations up to a high level, you would never, ever, ever, for one, allow those person into your life, let alone stay with that person. I am not bashing anybody for staying. Let me tell you, abuse is another thing where you take 6 to 7 times for a person to actually leave. And if they're lucky to leave alive, then they may be able to escape that, but some don't. So don't ever think that I am taking that for granted. I am just saying, if you want out of an abusive relationship, or a situation that is keeping a stronghold over you, and that's a spiritual battle. This is a spiritual battle that you're going through. And what you need to do is get those vibrations up. And that's what I'm here to do, to help you get the tools to get those vibrations up. So then you can actually either leave, or maybe if the other person's got to work on themselves, that's not going to work. But you need to, because you have got bad memories. And those vibrations are keeping you low. Those are keeping you in fear, keeping you terrified, keeping you not to be the person that you were put on this earth. Does that make sense? And I am here to tell you, you can actually get rid of your low vibrations. It's self-confidence. It's building confidence. It's getting rid of that fear, facing that fear. There was a young lady just right before coming on. I messaged her because I said, you are very courageous. She posted pictures of her abuser. She posted all this, and she's terrified, but oh, I'm getting goosebumps. And she is just so courageous for coming out and saying, and I said, keep going, girl, keep those memories, but keep moving forward into positive ones, into a higher vibration one, and also keep testifying your testimonies, because not only will it help one other person, but it will help maybe save a life. And this is where we can help each other in making memories and helping those get through the bad memories, because we want to bring them up to a higher vibration. All right. So I'm going to try to keep this at a half an hour because I know they get a little bit long. But when you're making memories, let me see if I've gone through a lot of my notes. When you're making memories, what you really want to focus on is the happy and the joyful. We want to, with our kids, with our spouses, with our significant others, with anybody, we want to be able to do that. Because what happens as we get older and grow older, and oh, that's what I wanted. Thank you. I appreciate that. When you get older, there's a reason why we want to do that. But what I want to talk about first is, thank you. Thank you. Is that we want to be able to get through those hard times, those tough times. We want, when we are in the deepest, deepest valley and we think there's no hope, no way out, or we're in a job that we can't stand, we can't sit there and just hold on. It's like, I can't do this another hour. One of those jobs, we need something subconsciously and consciously to keep us going and keep us motivated and keep us in a higher vibration. Because as soon as we start thinking, oh my God, I can't do this no more, then we're lowering our vibrations, our energies are starting to low. And people feel that. Walk into a room with a grouchy person and everybody gets grouchy. I've done it. I've tried it. But yes, I mean, there's a lot of things I experiment with what people don't know, because I'm an empath and I want to make sure I understand why this brain is working the way it is. Anyway, we want to get through those hard times, those struggles. And the only way that we can do it by two things. And I'm going to tell you, some people aren't going to like it. Too bad, too sad, turn your ears off. Is you're going to only get through with either a faith in a creator, a divine, and you can't say universe in this one, because the universe only goes on vibrations. They don't go on feelings and emotions. They don't care about your subconscious, or the universe doesn't care about your subconscious, conscious, and even all that crap. It cares about just vibrations, because that's how everything works for the universe. But the creator, the God, the Allah, the whoever you believe in, Buddha, whoever you believe in, you have to have something to hold on to. Whenever I'm going through a storm, my memory is that I can envision my creator at the front of the boat. I'm sitting in the back holding on for dear life. And I see them. They're confident, straight, forward looking. They have everything that they're in charge. And the boat's just going, cutting through the storm. And that's what you need, number one. Number two is you need to have memories, positive, joyful, happy memories. And now if you're going through a divorce or been through a divorce, I'm not talking about, I went back and, I'm not talking about that. Yes, that person was there for a purpose. And maybe only for a season in your life, maybe not a lifetime. I don't know if anybody's really here in our life for a lifetime. There's a rare percentage that are, and it's so amazing to listen to them. But majority of us, we have people placed in our life for a season, and sometimes they're there to teach us something, or they're there to actually mainly teach us something, or we're to teach them something, and then it moves on. I could give you lots of examples of that, but not today. So what we want to do is we want to focus. If I was married, I love that man, and I thought he was my soulmate, I thought he was, but he obviously wasn't. But the things that I draw on are the positive memories that we had. If I start going back thinking, oh, he left me, and oh, those are low vibrations. You're going to start boom, 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 bring yourself down, and then before you know it, you're in a slump. So focus on the positive things, the good things. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, we went to that baseball game. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. And switch to something else. You have to switch your brain so you don't stay on that memory. Change that memory to something else. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, you know what? I remember going to the cottage with Father Mayrand, and oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now that brings your vibrations, everything up. The other thing too, physically what that does is it lowers your blood pressure. Really? It has a physical thing too? Yes, it does. It has a physical thing. So, and just switch. You got to learn to switch your brain. I feel like I should start dancing. Anyway, you got to switch your brain from the negative to the positive. And when something starts bringing you down, a memory starts bringing you down, you have to switch it to maybe something else for a while because you're not ready to be able to delve into that memory. And you'll know when you'll be able to go to those darker memories is when it doesn't bother you anymore. Because people say, you know what? That doesn't bother me. No, I'm over it. Yep. I mean, it's like, what did that body language say? Well, what about your ex? Or what about, that job? No, I'm done with it. I don't care. Okay, that body language right there was anger or frustration or hurt. A lot of it is from hurt. But when you can do, somebody asks you about your ex, your boss, oh yeah, I guess they're doing okay. I haven't talked to them. There's nothing. You've gotten over it. You've worked through whatever you needed to work through, whether it's a boss, a job, a situation. Maybe you moved to the wrong place, or maybe that's for somebody. Somebody's moving or has moved and they're just hating it. And something there is just, stop. Find the good in that move. There is something good, and you're not there for no reason at all because the Creator put you there for whatever reason. So whoever moved or is moving, not happy about it, you got to find the good because you're lowering those vibrations on that way over there, and that's not what you're supposed to be doing. So anyway, that was for somebody. Thank you for that. I don't know what. If you ever hear me say thank you for that, I'm getting a download that I need to share that. So that's what that's all about. Little craziness going on there. That's how it's done for me. And let me tell you, it's never wrong. So anyway, so make sure that when you do these memories, bring yourself out of them, switch topics, and in the indication that you know you are not over something is when you can think about the memories that you've had, and if you can react to them as I don't care, and be honest with yourself. How many people say, I don't care, I'm good, I'm fine, and in reality they're not? Come on, just be honest. Stop being fakey. It drives me nuts. Just be honest with people. If you can't be honest with somebody, then what are they doing in your life? Because if you're going to be fakey, you're being somebody else, and that's a different identity. And that's another video that was last week about identities. Stop living in somebody else's identity or fear of how somebody's going to react. If they care about you, their friend or their your lover or whatever, they're going to like you and care for you no matter what you feel, how you feel, or whatever. Just be honest with them and create new memories. So anyway, so that's where that is today. The last topic I want to bring, which is a hard topic because either, it's not either we're all going to go through it. We are going to go through it, and we have at some point known somebody or our family or friends or whatever. But as far as passing over, some people call it death. I don't, because I've had firsthand experience that we do live on. And I can go on to that for something else. I had a supernatural experience, and I'm not talking about, oh, she's just hallucinating. No, I could go into a long story about this, but there is life after here. None of us are dead, so we don't know. what it's like or what happens if reincarnation happens, if there's God in heaven, if, whatever your belief is, we don't know. In all reality, we can believe what we know here on earth. And for us who have gifts of knowing things and all the gifts that I've been given,